Yo guys, sorry you already know that today we are back playing some more Raging Loop. On the last time, we exhausted all of our options to try and escape this loop, but we are repeating it. However, we are not crashing our bike through the Saranaga like we did the first time. We're going through the proper route, and on our way through, I think we're in Kamafuji because we have a loud bike that we are, roaring past midnight. We got stopped by a police officer. And, yeah, so now we need to try and figure out a way to get to the village so we can then participate in the feast. And, let's see how much progress we can make here. So we're trying to get ourselves a place to stay. What was I doing here anyway? I've been theorizing about this and that for almost half an hour now. Dawn was close. I only had a little over 10 hours until the mist came. And I had to find a secure place to stay within that time. That was hard to begin with, but as things stood, it was outright impossible. Did I have to run away? What if I just ran away to Yasumizu? Said I came from Kamafuji, like it was no big deal, and asked them to let me live there. I don't think that's going to work. Well, they had enough imagination to suspect me. I definitely needed someone from Kamafuji to vouch for me, and for that, I had to find something that could turn this around. I looked around the police box. A tidy desk, a rotary phone. This felt like the place of an officer from the mid-20th century. There were wanted posters on the walls. Oh, they caught that guy. One of the men even had the look of a criminal. And that one, the serial killer, eh? And it was possible he was lurking in the area, huh? That was pretty freaky. Finally, I heard some noise, the door opened, and the officer returned. Didn't run away, you got guts. I should have ran? What was that? He wasn't one to mess around. I mean, I didn't do anything wrong. What's your name? Haruaki Fusaishi. Haru from Sun and Aki from Meiji for Haruaki and Fusa from Workshop and Ishii from the Stone for Fusaishi. That's a lot of explanation. You just ask your name. Fusaishi. What a weird name. Best not be fake, kid. Rude. You from Tokyo? Yes, I am. It was like anyone weird was from Tokyo to them. Some serious stereotyping there. He was right though. How old are you? 24. Huh? What's your job? I'm a student. College, eh? So you got a good head but no common sense. I just drove on the road at night. That was so unfair. I wanted to talk back so badly. So why are you here? That's a hard question. He lowered his voice a bit. That was the main matter here, and how he treated me would change depending on my answer. What angle did I have to take? Ooh. Okay, so there's another option after keys 5 and 6. That's so interesting. 5 and 6 seem to be very important keys. I don't know what these different answers are going to get me, but I think I want to try and make progress, and if I need to come back, I don't know, I feel like saying that I followed after my girlfriend would help? I think that feels like a good answer. But also saying that I got lost. I don't know, I'm going to say that I followed after my girlfriend, because that's partially true? I had an idea. Well, what, say it. I heard that the girl I dedicated my heart to lived somewhere around here, so I came looking for her. There, he acted like he didn't care, but he was definitely interested. Here in human society, love stories were a supreme form of entertainment and a good excuse for doing all sorts of weird things. Anything was possible when a girl or guy was involved. Well, you say that, but no one here actually went to Tokyo. We met elsewhere. Oh? When I went to Karuizawa to recover from the after effects of the bird flu. Wow, he's got a whole story ready. And so I wove him for a dramatically majestic story of how I'd grown close to the woman I dedicated my life to. The couple was really into it. He looked like he didn't care at first, but by the time I got to the part where she first invited me to her house, he displayed a childlike enthusiasm. Eventually, we became true lovers, but she said she couldn't throw away her childhood home, which led her to a tearful goodbye. At that point, the cop was fully invested in the girl returning back home. So you threw away the city and came after her, eh? Yeah, alright. I think this feels like the right answer. I feel like if I just say I got lost, he's not going to trust me. So I might still go back and choose that just to see what it does lead to. But I think I'm just going to fully commit to this route, and if I want to do that another time, I can. He smiled like he was about to pat me. I definitely captured his heart. But, was there a girl like that here? What's your fiance's name? There it was. Everyone in rural areas knew each other, so trying to make up a person wouldn't get anywhere. But that wasn't a problem for me. I had the perfect name in mind. She's Shimi Zarizawa. Get out. Huh? Get out, right now. Oh, maybe that was not the right move. He stood up and approached me so menacingly, I felt he was about to attack me. In the end, he jumped on his scooter and led me to some crossroads, clearly intent on getting me as far away from Fujiyoshi as possible. That was the wrong answer. I was now heading toward the so-called Kachihara area. The rain had already stopped, but it was tiring to drive along the still slick asphalt. Alright, well, let me die and get my bad ending. I knew Chimi and Fujiyoshi were distant, to say the least. And since she'd been out of the village, they couldn't have known what she'd been up to. I thought that'd make my story believable, but what the hell was that reaction? The thing that set him off was Jimmy's name. She told me she almost killed someone with a bat. Was her reputation that bad? Even if it was that the right reaction to make? You'd expect something like, oh, I really think you shouldn't, and the like. Was it because she was from Yasumizu? That makes sense. If they didn't want outsiders to know about Yasumizu, it makes sense for them to chase away anyone coming to meet her. That only made them look more suspicious. Anyway, what now? Maybe I try coming back again after getting some rest of the nearest town. But from what I could tell, entering Yasumizu from Kamen Fujiyoshi wouldn't be as easy as I'd first thought. The fatigue was getting the better of me. I knew it was a good idea to stop, but no, I actually didn't know it. I wasn't able to think straight. The mist closed in, I crashed my bike. Yep, mist. Now? Was it artificial? No, that didn't make sense. My mom was hazy, and I could no longer make sense of anything. And crash. Alright, another bad ending. Alright. Oh, we got a key from this one. Ooh, taboo name. Okay. Look at that. Alright. That's awesome. So, oh, you know what? I bet the other one saying that we got lost is also going to be the wrong one, and that might give us key 5. Okay, cool stuff. Game over. Bad ending number 9. How about that? Oh wait, I was gonna look at the key just so we can get the full detail of it. Just seems like a fun thing. I think I have to enter Yasumizu to Kamen Fujiyoshi to participate in the feast. I may have just been a good lie to the local cop, but he suddenly changed when I said Chiami's name and kicked me out of the village. I was swallowed by mist afterwards, and it seems like I got in a car accident and died. I wonder how the people of Kamen Fujiyoshi see her. In any case, saying her name won't do. I need to come up with a different way. Alright. Sure, we'll watch the hint corner just to have our lamb friend tell us not to say her name. Things got rough again, huh? What do you get this time? Bad ending number 9. Mysterious Chibi names over action and death. Take a good look at key 6 contents and its relation to the places it can be used on the scenario chart. Go back to 4 invitation interrogation answer and look for the other keys. That should do it. That's it for this time. Die another hearty death next time. Alright, I'm not going to give you the chance to do your little thing. Alright, so we're going back to this one. Interrogation answer. So we got key 6, but we still need to get key 5. And I think we're going to get key 5 from saying that we got lost. He lowered his voice a bit. That was the main matter. Alright. Sorry, so we're going to say I got lost, which I think is also going to kill us. I went on a bike trip and lost my way. I just told him the truth. There was nothing shady about that, and telling some cheap lies would only make him suspicious. He's probably just going to lead us away, though. Really? He put on a threatening tone. I really wish he didn't stare at me like that. What do you expect me to fall for him? Really, I've been wandering around the mountains for hours before finding a convenience store. An employee told me about this place. A convenience store? They told you to come here? She hadn't told me to go to Kamen Fujiyoshi, but she had told me about Yasumizu. I just tell the truth until the end. She told me about a settlement in the mountains that's not even on the map. I kindly refused, and then she told me about here. That's strange. Is there a settlement like that? Beats me. That was clearly an act. He looked away. Man, this guy was honest. Well, I get it. There's nothing special about you, huh? Yes. I see. Well, you should stop going around at night and disturbing the peace like that. I'd have appreciated an apology for treating me with so much suspicion, but I had more important things to talk about. Anyway, would you mind if I spent a night here and... Alright, I'll show you the way to the road. Huh? But I'm so tired. If you can complain, you'll be just fine. My fuel is running low. I'll give you some for my scooter. I don't feel so good. Then you should hurry up and go. Something going on here? Nope. He wasn't even looking into my eyes as he said that. He got on his scooter, saw me off until the crossroads. Man, what a great guy. I didn't expect him to go this far. Yeah, right. Why the hell did he want me out so badly? Well, at least the rain stopped. This was the only good thing about this. Was this some special time of the year when the presence of outsiders was bad? Was it worth chasing me out, even if it seemed unnatural? That seemed like a decent guess. Even if the mist hadn't shown up for decades now, if the legends were deeply rooted in local culture, there would still be related traditions alive. Or maybe he was sure something bad was going to happen, or was he on the side that'd make it happen? Did they have means to create such a dense mist? Mist happened when the air cooled and the water vapor in the air couldn't stay gaseous. It was basically small water droplets. The mechanism by which they work could easily be replicated in a lab. They even did it on educational TV. Though I found it hard to believe they could reproduce a scale vast enough to hide an entire settlement. They need some device that'd no doubt be large and heavy, and it'd have to be in the Saranaga Rapids of all places. Though I'd only been to Saranaga when I couldn't see anything, either because it was at night or misty. If the mist was made by some huge machine, put there by Kamen Fujiyoshi people, I'd be really pissed to say the least. Though Takumi-san did say he had to pick up corpses from Saranaga. Even if it was forbidden ground, it wasn't likely they could just install a device like that there without anyone noticing. That was how it was in some novel, wasn't it? The corpse was there to begin with, but they just couldn't perceive it. I'd have liked to believe in something a tad more realistic. In the end, I had to keep going toward the area called Kachihara. Maybe I'd get the rest there. If I return the next day, the cop would surely snap at me. Would I even go back? The fatigue was getting the better of me. I knew it. It was a good idea to stop, but no, I didn't actually do it. I wasn't able to think straight. That's when the mist came in. That's when we crashed our bike. Yep, that was artificial. Not to make any sense. Mine was hazy. 1, 2, 3, crash. Alright, give me key 6. Give it to me. Let's go. Or 5. Sorry, we already had 6. Nice, officer. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the key, even though I know what I have to do. Bad ending number 8. Nope, I'm not gonna watch the hint corner. I do not need it. It was just a dream. Oops. I restarted everything. No. It's all good. All right, let's go ahead and just look at this key. So now look at how we are filling this out. That is awesome. I think I have to enter Yasumizu through Camp Fujiyoshi to participate in the feast, but I was arrested by a local cop who kicked me out of Fujiyoshi before I had a chance to even get in. I was swallowed by mist afterwards, and it seemed like I got in an accident and died. I probably said the wrong things. I need to come up with a different way. So even with these two, I actually don't know what answer is going to be the right one to get us in. Honestly, let's look at this chart. So we have this, right? But we also have entering the village with 5, 6, and 7. If we go back to this interrogation answer, use the 2 keys to get a third one. What if the third one leads to yet another way that we die, gets us key 7, which then has us come back here to use all 3 of those to enter the village a different way or something. I don't remember what this choice was. Wait, can I see what this choice was and then just hop around? Road wasn't wide. Okay, this was past midnight, 30-minute drive. Okay, so this enter the village or do something else. So that's interesting. Okay, so let's go back and use our 2 keys to give a better answer for the interrogation. Or at least a different one. One that might come up with an even different way for us to die. I'm not sure. So why are you here? Lowered his voice a bit. Yada, yada, yada. Snap? Okay. We're just gonna snap. What's it to you, huh? Huh? This is Japan. We're free to go wherever. I can be wherever I want. Whenever I want, damn it. The hell's up with you? I'm tired of dying, damn it. I know I come back, but dying really hurts. You damn punk. I know this route's a dead end, too. What next, then? You want me to dance naked? Some taste you've got there, God. I dare you to do it, you shit. Just shut up and let me stay here. Then let me go into Yasumizu and make it look normal. Ah! Yo, this is great. Now you went crazy. What the hell? Hello? Hello? Alright, I'll shoot him. That's the best one. Oh, that's the best one so far. That's great. There we go. There's key 7, Berserk. Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. Alright, game over. Bad ending number 10. Wait, I have to see what our sheep friend has to say about this. You've done it now. I mean, yeah, you did, but guess I should give a hint anyways. Aw. Bad ending 10, death by nonsensical turn of events. That's amazing. We decided who can at least learn not to get violence with police officers. Now you have key 7, you all you need to get by that officer. The 3 keys unlock a new choice at 4, yeah. So that one I know. Right. So this is in part 4. We just need to go back up. Interesting. So, alright, I'm just trying to like re-map this all in my head. So we chose the route, we chose that we're going back to the village, and then we try to enter the village, and that just doesn't seem to work, so we need a different thing. So maybe these keys are just going to be like, hey, we have to go back in the same way. So let's see. Alright. Let's see, I was already past midnight. Okay. Drink booze from convenience store. Really? That's the choice. Okay. Alright. Let's see what it does. I stopped my bike. Hold on. Before this goes, I love sort of guessing like what might happen. Because if this over here ends up leading to any other sort of death, this could be the one that gets us key 20, which then goes here. I don't know how anything we're doing here would be related to that. But it could all... No, I don't know. I don't know that that's related, but I do know that key 20 is the one that I'm sort of keeping my eye out for. But let's see if there's any other choices and keys before that. Alright, then I flipped out the kickstand and locked it in place. After opening up the toolbox under the seat, I hid my license ID and business card, anything related to me basically inside it. Count Fujiyoshi was just ahead. If I came in like that, the officer would surely catch me and then chase me away. I'm gonna come in and, like, be drunk. If I had to find another way to convince that old man to let me stay. I reached into the bag of stuff I'd bought in the convenience store and took something out. It was a cup of refined sake. I quickly gulped it down. So bad. Cheap or not, just chugging sake like this was plain disrespectful. No trying this at home, kids. Not the kids could drink anyways. Unfortunately, my life and fate and whatever were on the line here. Next cup. Oh gosh. Third cup. 4. Yikes. Oh. Okay, so we got to the place, and now is when we start drinking. The hell, you drunk? Never seen you here before. Yep. Well, you reek. Where are you from? Why are you out so late? Yep. Alright, just come with me. Yeah, I realize this. This man always let me go for as long as it's good for driving. Alright, let me go ahead and let drunk Haruaki have some things to say. Let's go ahead and look at the log here. Oh, he doesn't get to say anything yet. Maybe drunk Haruaki will get to say something. Then it was just best not talk at all, cause drunk, yeah. Oh, man is wasted. Shut up, dumbass. You're disturbing the neighbors. That is great. So we got a place to stay. Let's go. All we had to do was get drunk. Alright, Haruaki, you are being silenced. Alright, I hope you enjoyed your 2 lines of dialogue, which were just drunk ramblings. Alright, we're made it to 512. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not gonna feel very good. Where was I? Ow, my head, back, I hurt all over. Tatami and a blanket, so he really let me spend the night here, just as I planned. The officer was actually a nice guy. Not like I couldn't tell, he was just rough and simple. Basically. The way to get around him was to get him to think there was nothing more to me than met the eye. Oh, you're awake? Let's talk for a bit. Alright, it was time. Yeah, we still need to find a way to, like, get through, though. So let me get this straight. You got no money, can't find a job, got chased from your apartment, left by your girl, and your parents are already gone. You came to the mountains to drink yourself stupid and die, but couldn't finish the job, huh? Yeah. Tokyo's hell, isn't it? Yes. After I spent an hour lying about myself, the officer looked at me with a sympathetic expression. If you asked me, you should have tried to look more proper than that. Yes, I'll think about it. Basically, I didn't talk unless prompted, nor did I argue with him. This guy was definitely good-natured, but he was also rough around the edges, chatty and a bit preachy. In this case, I just kind of let him set the pace. I was about to ask him something outrageous after all. I need to be completely on board with the story. The front door was made of glass, so when people passed me on the farm road in front, they all gave me funny looks. It was early morning, but the people of Kami Fujiyoshi were already aware and concerned about my presence, an outsider. Well, dying ain't good. Yes, I was too scared to die even when drunk. Didn't seem that way. Sometimes you're so scared you can't help but laugh. Huh, that's so? Well, what do you want to do now? I paused to make it seem like I was hesitating. I want to make a fresh start, but I've got nowhere to go. I faked some tears and quivered as I spoke. My wife's from Miyazaki. They got a small workshop there. Want to give that a try? Huh? Your wife is from Kyushu? Yeah, she's a tough woman. How'd you meet her? Well, when I was still 20. Oh gosh. And so he began his grandiose hour-long talk about his youthful romance. The words karma and a cursory bound came to mind. Apparently, he wasn't a Fujiyoshi inhabitant at the start. He and his wife were only living here in the sticks because he was a local officer. It was then that said wife, a plump and pleasant woman, came out and served us tea, so they really were living here. Eventually, they got so lovey-dovey it was hard for me to talk. I had to consider what to do next. I mean, this made it really hard for me to say I wanted to make a fresh start here in Fujiyoshi. Even his wife suggested I went to work for her family back in Kyushu. Such nice people, exactly the type that'd get swindled. I feel like we just gotta, like, make a run for it. That sounds great, but this place is nice too, isn't it? There's lots of nature. I think I could take it easy here. Oh. Okay, that's what she sounds like. But it's so inconvenient. It's all surrounded by mountains. I had a feeling, like I was brought here for a purpose. Like maybe I'd meet someone? Well, you did. You met us, didn't you? Damn, she was a tough one. This is the first time anyone has been so nice to me. Oh dear, please don't cry. I want to pay you back. Can I work somewhere in this village? I got to the heart of the matter, but the guy didn't look enthusiastic. His wife left the room, leaving behind the two of us, and an awkward silence. I don't think you should. Huh? I mean, this place is full of old people. It's not like we have any local escorts or anything. Most you can expect is hot jobs, but that's good enough for me. I don't even need any money. That's great and all, but there's a town not far from here. I want to work here. Well, how do I put it? The people here are a bit strange, you see. He went and said it. Listening to his story had made me guess that he wasn't under Fujiyoshi's sway to the degree others were. They lived here for 20 years, but in some small ways they were still outsiders. The bitterness in his expression was more than enough to give me that impression. Strange? I forget I said that. Anyway, don't take this the wrong way, but you should find some other... Suddenly I heard a sound coming from outside. It was a town broadcast. The speakers somewhere in the village were playing some unclear music, and it was... Oh, that surprised you? It's a sign that it's 7 o'clock. Yeah, I had heard this music back in Yasumizu. It was both a children's song and a playground singing game. Chibi said it was called Prayer to Shinai. Oh yeah, it's the same melody. Okay. So it's the song revering Great Lord Shinai? But from what I remembered, it was about the Feast of the Omi Purge. That's a strange melody. I forgot what it's called. It's been around here for generations. So the village as a whole had inherited it. There wasn't anything strange about that, really. Even if its roots were in a cruel legend, the passage of time would eventually erode said legend's significance. Just introduce something like a wolf bullying festival, and it would be nothing more than a decent song to serve as a morning alarm for the villagers. That was only true if the legend's meaning had been forgotten. What happened next was shocking, even to someone who had their suspicions about the nature of this place. One by one, people started coming out of their homes, forming a crowd. The road before the office was full of people traveling from right to left. Where had this many people even come from? I couldn't get any good looks at their expressions, but they were all hanging their heads despondently. Were they just tired? What's going on? They're going to the watering hole. Watering hole? The eatery. Everyone eats breakfast, lunch, and dinner there. That was it. That's a bit weird. Yeah, it's got something to do with there being a ban on using fire, because it could burn the mountain. So the watering hole did it in secret. That's why everyone here eats at the watering hole instead of their homes. Meal times are dictated by the Higuchi, so... What about us? Oh gosh, there's like so many people. Alright, we're gonna keep going, but I don't think I need to hear everybody's voice. So until we get back into the village, I think I'm gonna turn even the other voice off, so that way I can stop talking over everybody. I thought about doing it before, but I'm like, oh, well, if I'm almost done with this conversation with this officer, then it won't be that bad, but there's even more. Alright, what about us? The door suddenly opened and I heard a soft voice I didn't recognize. Surprised, the officer and I turned around. It was a man in a suit. Average build, his face was round, and he looked a bit shy of middle-aged. It's nothing, Higuchi-san. And it turned out he was a member of one of the 4 head families here, the Higuchi. That was the family Kaori Oribe had married into, but when her husband, the family's head, died, she was sent to Yasumizu. Okay. That means this man was related to Yasunagi-kun and Yoshitsugu-kun. I couldn't see a resemblance. I was definitely intrigued, though. Fujiyoshi had a tradition of using the watering hole to feed themselves, and if the Higuchi family was in charge of it, that gave them an influential position. People needed food to stay alive, and if they didn't have any way to cook, they wouldn't even consider making food for themselves. I could only imagine the power a family could have if it was in charge of all the local food and drink. Kaori Oribe-san was in charge of the dining hall, too. Her relation to Higuchi probably had something to do with that. Perhaps she'd been sent there to fill that role? But if that was the case, the idea that Yasumizu had been completely abandoned wasn't true at all. It'd mean that Kami Fujiyoshi was actually controlling what went on there. Everyone was talking about, this person. Who is he? Name's Fusaishi. Kid went through some bad stuff. Water here, wanted to die. That sounds quite awful. Come on. You could recommend me a place to go die, where I definitely will if I go into the village, right? Higuchi gave me a genuinely sympathetic smile. No need for that. I think I wasn't in the right mind. Sorry for the bother. Well, that's all fine and good. I see. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Shoji Higuchi. I am in charge of the odd jobs around here. Pleased to meet you. I'm Haruaki Fusaishi. You're quite stylish. Hunk, as they say. I wouldn't say so. May I ask what you were talking about? What about the, can't you leave it for later? I forgot. You always make your own food. Oh, but have you had breakfast yet, Fusaishi-san? Care to join us? My family runs an eatery. We can treat you. It might also be a good chance to talk. Don't worry, looking after Fujiyoshi is part of my role. I'd like to know everything there is to know about what's happening here. He looked gentle and easy to get along with, but also like someone I had to watch my step around. He just walked right up to the local police officer and asked him for information like it was a casual request. It was clear who was in charge here. I gave the officer a glance out of the corner of my eye, but he'd stopped talking. I felt like the conversation I had with him could have led me to sharing breakfast with him and his wife, but he hadn't said anything about Shoji Higuchi inviting me. It was like he was telling me to accept it. Or perhaps there was no point in trying to refuse. May I? Even so, I did ask for his permission. Can I have him after breakfast? But the officer didn't even want to talk to me anymore. There's still some things I'd like to ask him. Perhaps Fujiyoshi was a place where in his presence you couldn't even have a conversation without him involved. Yes, of course. Anyway, it was decided. The sky was clear. The sky was clear, and the sky's going to be clear on the next time as well. I'm going to go ahead and end it off here. I think we're going to have some important conversations around the food. I wonder if we're going to partake in this food, and if that has any relation to the food that Shemi wouldn't let us have in Yasumizu. So I'm a little bit nervous about it, but I think we're going to be doing it anyway. I'm interested to see how we get out of here, because it seems like if we do try to leave, you know, everybody's just going to point us to the opposite direction. So how do we get through this village to the village? Like, yeah, through this village to, like, Yasumizu. We are going to keep trying, and I'm looking forward to seeing, like, how it's done, I guess. Hopefully you're enjoying and looking forward to more. If so, let me know, but I'll see you all in the next time. So until then, peace out.